here with Jodi Campbell. We are here for my Art and Healing documentary show where I'm featuring different women entrepreneurs, healers, artists, and just women who are doing amazing things in the community and being able to help uplift your story through photo, video content, and this beautiful conversation that we're about to have. And I would love for you to introduce yourself, let people know who you are, what you do, what you love. And yeah, we'll get started with this conversation.
I like it. Well, my name is Jodi Campbell. I am a fitness instructor, fitness leader. It's kind of like juggling, like whatever that name looks like now. But I work at Barry's, which is a high intensity, like half treadmills, half floor work type gym. I also work at Solid Core, which is reformer Pilates. Also a combination of like strength training, but really on the strength training side of it. And then Lifetime, I teach cycle, and then a platform or a forum called GTX, and then also Pilates as well. So a little Pilates, cycle, and like strength training along the way.
So it sounds like you're always moving.
Yeah, which is like nice because you don't realize that the average American sits for like, I think it's like 12 hours a day.
That's wild.
From like being in the car to being at work if they have a sit down job. And so it's interesting, but being able to be in a space where I'm constantly moving, like I feel the endorphins are constantly flowing and being released from my body is really, really exciting.
That's awesome. So like, it sounds like fitness is a really big part of your journey. Can you tell me a little bit about your story and how fitness is such a like important part to like what you do?
Yeah. One of the things I always say is that like Jesus and fitness saved my life. And I like wholeheartedly believe that. And it's like exciting for me because people don't realize like what fitness does for you, in the sense of, yes, it releases endorphins while you're working out. It allows you to just see things from a different perspective, and it really helps you to see where you can go and like push your boundaries. And so I think there's that aspect of it. And then you bring in the faith aspect of it, where it's like I grew up in the church, parents like very, very involved. And so it's like I always knew who Jesus was. I knew about my faith, and that was always important to me. But then when you kind of get to certain points of your life, you realize, for me, I realized like, okay, I can do really hard things. Like if I go to the gym, I can pick up a certain amount of weight. I can push myself to start, picking up different weight. And so as it relates to that aspect, it's definitely the aspect that like Jesus and fitness, the two together, with fitness helping me to realize that I can do all things. Like it's, that you can do all things through Christ that strengthens you. But then when you get to a really hard point in your life where it's like, oh, this is the really hard thing. Like this is the part where it checks in and says, can I do all things through Christ? And then you try to go lift a really heavy weight and you're like, oh wait, okay, I can. Oh wait, okay, this looks a little bit different. And so the two combining is really what has shaped me into the woman that I am. Just in the sense of fitness pushing me to realize that the hard things outside of the gym are just like the things inside of the gym, because the gym's kind of prepared me for the really hard things. Because it's more of a mental challenge than it is like a physical challenge. And so when you take that physical challenge and you start to like break it down, and then the mental aspect of it comes, you're like, oh wait, I did do the really hard thing earlier. So
yeah, that's beautiful. So it sounds like with your journey, fitness and Jesus and faith have been the key parts that have helped you heal throughout different chapters of your life. So what advice would you give to somebody who is in a challenging space where maybe mentally they just don't feel strong enough, or they're just going through a really hard time? How can they incorporate fitness into their journey to just kind of help with those challenging moments where, whether it's on one side of the spectrum, like where you want to give up, or the other side where it just feels like life is too hard?
yeah.
How do you kind of implement that fitness for your own life, and how would you give advice to somebody else?
I think the biggest thing for me that I've like learned is just do it. Like it's very Nike. It's very, very Nike. Like just do it. Yeah, it's very on brand. But no, like show up. You don't want to do it. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't look good. It like you may get to the gym, you're like, I don't even feel really cute. But like show up, do it anyway, because you showing up and doing the hard thing that releases endorphins, that reminds you that you can do hard things, that actually like pushes those boundaries, is the very thing that on the other side of it will help you realize, oh wait, the thing that I didn't want to do. I just did it and I crushed it. You probably were way better at it as well, because now you realize like, oh, even under all the stress that I was under, I still did this thing. So that's the biggest thing I'll tell people is like, just go. Just go. Do it stressed, do it annoyed, do it frustrated, do it pissed, do it tired, do it irritated, do it. Just because at that point, you're showing up for yourself. And then for like the other version of you that's on the other side of that, that says, I'm glad we did this. I'm glad we showed up.
100%. And with like your journey of building your own business and building your own brand, how has that process been for you stepping into your own light? And like, have you always been this like confident, like this ambitious, or like how has that journey been to create your own vision and bring it to life?
So in the sense of obviously like Jesus and fitness saved my life, in 2021, I got engaged and to a guy I'd been dating for 7 years, and we were like absolutely in love. Like it was so great. And then we got to a place that like wasn't great and ended up breaking up or breaking off the engagement. And that was like the worst thing I've ever experienced in my life. Like I don't have enemies, and even if I did, I wouldn't wish that on them. Like it was one of the worst things that has ever happened to me. And so that was miserable. Like it was horrible. And just because you say things that you don't mean, you say things really hurtful, you hear things that are very hurtful. And I mean, we're great now. We have great conversations now. We're not together anymore, but just that healing process that I had to go through was the driving force of like everything that I am now. So it was a horrible experience. I like, again, do not wish on anyone, but the aspect of us stepping back, everyone going their separate ways, doing their own thing, like to this day, like I love him as like just a human being. And just to see like it didn't work out, but I knew that on the other side of that, I didn't know. I didn't realize that I was going to be on this side. For me, it was more so like, this is miserable. I'm not going to make it. And later on the next year, that October, when we like finally like cut everything off after trying for a while, I like tried to like take my own life. And it was that point where I remember that morning so clear. It was a Sunday morning. It was October 15th. My mom called me 9 times over and over and over and over again. And like she calls like 2 or 3 times, like if she like needs something. And she didn't know what was going on. She didn't know that her child was in this space. And I think that was the moment that I was like, this pain is so bad. This pain is so miserable. I don't have anything else to live for, because like that was my person. Like we did life together. Like we were building a life together. I mean, we already had. And so it was like, there's nothing else that I have to live for on the other side of this. And so that happened. And I like went into like a state of depression for like probably the next like year. It was horrible. And I'm grateful for the people who like stuck around. I'm grateful for my sister. Like I'm really, really grateful for my sister, because in the moments that like I couldn't get out of bed and the moments that I didn't want to get out of bed, like she was the one who like saw me and we're like really, really cool. Like now, like I'm not her best friend, but she's my best friend.
That's awesome.
But she saw it all. Like she saw the breakup, she saw the pain, she saw all the moments. And so now to be on the other side of this, it was that driving force at like, okay, showing up in the gym when I hated it. That was the only place I felt successful. That's the only place I felt like I could do really hard things. And even when I hated it, like just, it was the only place I felt safe. And the only place I felt like I could show up there. I could do something really, really hard and I could actually do it right, because my relationship didn't go well. Different jobs may not have gone well. And so to be in the space I am in now, to be teaching classes and pushing people, it's bigger than Pilates, it's bigger than cycle, it's bigger than berries, it's bigger than a treadmill. Like it's way bigger than those things, because I know what it feels like when you come into a gym and you're like, I really don't want to be here, but this actually feels like the only safe space. But like everything I'm doing is just like kind of going through motions. And so it's like getting people to get out of their own way. Because like I was in my own way in a lot of ways. And so getting you to get out of your way so that everything that God has for you that can come down the floodgates will happen. But like you kind of just have to like let yourself like get out of the way. And so after that happened, and it really just got to a place like just going to therapy and like really investing in that, like spending time with my therapist, having the hard conversations, that was the pivotal point, because she helped me to get out of a lot of those places. And I had to learn to trust God in all of it, of knowing that like, okay, God, you promised me that you would never leave me or forsake me. You literally saved my life. And I need you now. And so it got to a point where I started just like teaching classes. I was teaching nonstop. But it was good for me because I was giving people what I needed. And so in like helping people to like just have the conversation like, hey, like you're going to be okay. Like I get in people's face. I'm like, you're going to be fine. Like you really are okay. Like you can do one more pull. And that one more is a reminder of, oh wait, the moment that I want to quit, the moment I want to talk myself out of this, I actually can do it.
Yeah.
I actually can show up in a different way. And that's when you realize, like for me, that was a breaking point of like, oh wait, this can be bigger. Oh wait, this can be a little bit more. And so like doing the events now, my biggest thing is I want people to feel seen. I want people to feel loved, because I don't know what they're going through. I know what I was going through, and I was very quiet about it. Like the people who knew me, they kind of knew some of the story, but like I'm not one to talk about my relationship and talk about all the things that are happening. And so in that space, I really had to just like learn to like just rest in God and like rest in his promises. And at that point, that's when I started to rest in him and his promises, and rest in my ability, the ability he gave me to be able to, you know, move and use my body. That's when I was like, oh wait, if he did this for me, he can do the same thing in someone else. Cause like, I'm just a normal person. I have a human body. Like I work really hard. I got the same 24 hours. But in so many ways, he reminded me like, you're not the average person, Jodi. Like, you were built for more than the world is like says you're built for. So, and all that, the transition of just like thinking way bigger than just me and my situation, thinking like this is bigger than me, this is bigger than you, and like how it's going to impact not just me but like my kids and the people who are attached to everyone. So it's been a big change just to be able to see how people are transforming, because it's a mental transformation before it's a physical one. Like you make a decision to show up to the gym before you actually get to the gym. And you're like, okay, I want to go. And you're like, okay, I'm going to lift this weight. Okay, I'm going to do the hard thing. And so it happens before. And it was a reminder that God, one of my friends told me, her name is Nicole, she was like, Jodi, God doesn't play about you. And I was like, girl, I feel like he does. This stuff feels like a game. But like now I say to people, I'm like, God doesn't play about you. Like you're a big deal to him. And so that's one thing I stick to, is like, you are a big deal to God. Yeah. So,
well, I will say, one, thank you for sharing your story. I know that that's very, like, for some people, not a light topic to be able to share. So I appreciate you for being willing to open up and share about that. And also, as someone who also has one sister, like, I know how important our sisters are to be able to help. They're the ones who see us. Like, they've seen us through from childhood all the way to adulthood, and they've seen all the great parts and all the not so great parts. So I'm glad that you have that support system, especially during those ebbs and flows of life that naturally happen. It definitely does feel like a game sometimes, where it's like it's just another challenge like thrown in our plate. But it sounds like you are like really healing through everything beautifully, and being able to like be that light for other people who are in those challenging spaces. I will definitely say, like, after attending one of your Pilates event, I remember going into it, it was like day 2 of my cycle, and I was like, I don't know if I can show up. I want to do it, but I don't know if I can do it. And the moments where I was about to give up, you'd look me straight in the eye, and I was like, I cannot give up. She believes in me. I got to believe in myself. So you have a special energy when it comes to your fitness events, and I've seen other people, how they react to being held in such a safe space, to push themselves a little past their comfort zone and know that it's not the end of the world. And I think when you say that, I usually see the energy in the room shift, where it's like, oh, I guess it's not the end of the world if I'm feeling a little bit extra burned.
You're going to be okay.
Those bands.
You're going to be all right.
Yeah. So I can see how like the mindset that you bring to your fitness events also applies to just life in general. Like the challenges are going to come. You're going to be okay. You're gonna just grow through it. And yeah, it might be painful in some moments, but during the moments where you can like learn from it, that's what makes all the difference.
Yeah. And it's that reminder too that like the workout's an hour long. You have 23 other hours outside of that. Like outside of the 20, I mean, so this is preparation for the other 23 hours, or you take away 9 from that if you're sleeping for all 9 or 8. Like you've only got so many left. And so it's way bigger than the workout. It's a mental thing. Again, like I said before, it's physical. So
can you share how people can find you, how people can connect with you, and what people can expect from Jodi this year?
So you can connect with me on Instagram. My Instagram is jcampbell35, and that's probably like the easiest way, the easiest platform outside of my phone. That's what I can think of. The outside of that, like what to expect this year. I will say like November of last year, I had the moment so clearly where God was like, I'm going to do something so big in your life. And I couldn't even say it. I remember calling my mom and being like, I just don't know. I can't like get rid of this song in my head, like the song God's about to do it, but I've like, he's going to do something big. And she was like, that's so good. I believe God. And I was like, girl, you don't know how to shout. Like this is, you are not getting the picture now. And that's when God reminded me like, Jodi, the promise I gave you, it's not for everyone to shout for. And so I share that to say that this year is a God's about to do a year. Wow. It's like and like for me, like I take it personally because he's about to do something big in my life, in your life. And like my thing is, I don't just pray for myself, like I pray for people I'm connected to. That he's going to do something big in you all's lives, that he's going to do something big in my life, that he's going to do something big in Ryan's life and in Christian's life. And just to see how he's going to do it is really exciting because I know that like I'm a big deal to him. We're a big deal to him. And so in the sense of just like different events happening and what that will turn out like, my goal is to really collab with some of the greatest companies in the Tampa Bay area and just nationwide. This isn't meant to stay in Tampa. It's meant to grow and it's meant to go nationwide. And so that's the vision that he's given me. And I'm excited. I'm excited for it because I don't know where I'm going next, or I don't know what it's going to look like next, but I do know that he's the center of it and he's going to shake it up in the best ways. So lots more of whether it's strength, whether it's Pilates fusion. He's doing a lot this year.
That's powerful, Jodi. That's powerful. And just from seeing what this first 2 months have looked like, I can only imagine it's like launching pad. You're only going up from here. So that's exciting. That's exciting.
I'm looking forward to it just to see like what will look like because my mom's a praying woman and she like never could have prayed. I don't think she ever could have dreamt that her kid would be like do it. She probably did. But I was quiet. I was a really quiet kid. Like I never was one to just like constantly be talking. And so she like prayed that God would give me a courage, that he would give me a boldness, that he would give me a presence that would shake up a room. And so I'm praying that her prayers are coming to pass and that she's able to see the fruits of her labor and her prayers, and the time on her knees is not going in vain.
For sure. I can attest, I've definitely seen your energy be able to shift everybody's energy in a room. And if you're doing it on this, like, there's already a big scale, but like knowing that like your vision for where you want to go, it's only up from here. So I'm really thankful to be a part of your journey at this point. Thank you for letting me be a part of your journey and helping to capture that photo and those video content. And I'm just really excited for you. I see so much for you up ahead, and I'm thankful that we get to explore a little bit of your story. And I'm happy to be in connection with you because your story is really inspiring. Like I got chills, I got little eyes. So it's just being able to be in presence with somebody who is on that path and knows that it takes a lot of work to be able to bring our visions to life. But by doing that, you're having an impact on so many others. And so continue doing your beautiful work that you're doing. I know life has its ebbs and flows, but you're here for a purpose, and the people that you're impacting feel your energy. And so you're making a big difference.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm excited for like what's in store for you guys this year and just like see it all unravel. It's really, really cool. And I'm like, every single person that like I call, I'm like who's on my team. I'm like, y'all are on my team. Like I'm somebody. Like I'm like, they're like on my team. They get it. They like understand. Like they know the vision. And so I like don't take it lightly or for granted, like what you guys do and like just the presence that you take up, because that's, I mean, I should be an extension of you and you should be an extension of me. And I feel like that is definitely, it's a very big God's about to do a year just to see what's unraveling.
For sure.
So I'm excited for that.
For sure. Well, thank you so much, Jodi. I think we can wrap this up.
Yeah.
Perfect timing.